have no idea why the Greeks were so good. They were pounding this though.
Tanked up.
Yeah, I was rocking the tank today. I didn't feel like putting on an actual shirt. I was putting on a tank top. I guess it could be like a little basketball jersey, but it's not.
Sharp.
Thanks. I got to show off my shoulders sometimes. All right.
I just Googled sports to see if there's anything that.
We kind of are cheeks at the Olympics.
I thought we were like top in the medals.
Are we? Honestly, I have no idea.
Feels like every time I watch that, we're losing something. Oh, we're second to China.
Oh, we can't lose to China.
Well, we have more overall medals. They have more golds, which is really what matters. Yeah, China has 62. We have 64. Russia has 50.
$120 million for Chris Paul.
A lot of money.
Damn.
Are we live yet?
Oh yeah, we are live.
Okay. I see. It says 7:30 though. Today's 8:02.
Oh, thanks.
Saying.
Appreciate it.
I just had something to look up and I forget what it was. Oh, Wentz. You see Wentz getting surgery?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that. That wasn't even what I was thinking of. Some pretty complete list for the top 5.
I have a good list too.
I have 12 things.
Right. It's now title's now fixed.
Put something on Instagram real quick. "20 seconds until the countdown expires."
20 seconds till we start then, I guess.
All right.
I'm ready. Okay. Time we're going, and let's get started. In 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan. Good introduction, Chris.
It's good to be back.
It's Monday night, Wise Guys. And speaking of Monday Wise Guys, 6 weeks until football, and next Sunday we got preseason
this week, right?
Yeah, we got preseason this weekend.
Preseason is a nice little get you warmed up for like a little bit, and then you realize that watching preseason football is terrible because they're not good players.
Well, you want to watch your team. You're like, oh, who's gonna make the roster or whatever, and you're like, none of it matters anyways.
Yeah,
like anyone who's gonna get cut's not gonna get us from the Super Bowl or not,
Yeah.
But
the Redskins Patriots do play.
They do.
First game, right?
Yeah, they play. They started off. I think is it the 5th? No way, it's that close, right?
No, 5th is the Hall of Fame game, I think.
Oh, okay. And then Saturday. Sweet. That's cool. I'm excited. I always love the Hall of Fame game. I always start the start of it. I don't actually watch the whole thing, but the start of it.
Yeah. I'm just hearing the theme song and the Al Michaels voice.
Yes.
It's kind of gets you ready.
And it's always the Cowboys, I feel like, and some other team.
It is the Cowboys a lot. I feel like the Steelers are in it a lot too.
It was the Ravens Bears a couple years ago, right? I remember watching RG3 and
I don't remember.
the game. Anyways, we're not here to talk about football right now, but we are here because in a different type of football I was watching last night. I actually watched the Gold Cup last night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was surprised at myself, rooting for America. Um, and it came down to I was actually having fun. I won't lie.
So I saw that on TV and I got really confused because the Olympics are going on right now.
Yes, and
So
I thought
why
it was
is
the Olympics at first.
there a separate national soccer tournament going on at the same time?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you,
Do
but
we have
hey,
like?
but the United States are the best. Whatever league that is, whatever cup it is, like
Isn't
well,
it
it's
just
the
like
Gold
North
Cup.
America?
I think.
Because I feel like we're always. Why are we
America's the
playing
best.
Mexico like every other weekend?
I don't know. I feel like someone. Yeah.
We just played Mexico.
Look, I have no idea.
Is that not who they played last night?
No, it is who they played last night. They played Mexico.
So what are we doing here?
Look, we're just playing. We're playing soccer. That's all.
Who did we send to the Olympics? Is that like the A team or the B team?
I don't know.
Or is
If that's the national team, then who's going to the Olympics?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's gotta be like
I
a B
know.
team or something.
I have no
don't know.
idea.
It makes no sense.
But we're the best.
And we lost. Well, in women's, we lost to Canada.
Yeah, that was.
So that's pretty shameful.
But
probably trade everyone after that.
Can you trade and you can't trade?
You can cut people.
Come on.
There's no trading.
There's no trading. It's the
Nah,
Olympic
you can
team.
cut
yeah,
people, though.
we need some stricter cuts though. You're right.
Yeah.
And that was big. The women's team apparently never loses.
No, they win the World Cup like every year.
Shameful. We're going down as a country.
Yeah. Well, I mean, water polo, we got smoked.
Yeah, I know.
Volleyball, we were getting beat last night.
We were also watching water polo last night, and I was like, we were a little bit late to start the game, and I was just switching. I was like, I wonder if it's already America's already beating them. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite. Greece was smacked America last night for no reason.
So I had never watched water polo before. I realized that this Olympics, and I don't know what I was expecting, but kind of sucks to watch.
That's the thing. They don't show any of the penalties.
What do you mean?
They'll be playing, all you hear is a whistle, and then all of a sudden they have to change the ball over. They're like, oh, penalty over on this side. And they don't really
Oh.
They don't show it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like,
but still, just I don't know, the way that the ball moves around, they're swimming, so it's not very clean.
No, America was not playing good at all.
Greece was easy.
Yeah, Greece was easy,
and some snipers.
When it gets to one team blowing out the other team, it just gets to sloppy water polo that nobody understands or nobody likes to watch. I was funny. I was watching it. And I was like, this really isn't that great to watch as well.
Okay.
Even though it wasn't just you.
Okay. Because I was I didn't know what to expect. But what I did like is when there's a change of possession and then they all just start swimming down and it's just an army of guys.
Yes, everyone is in sync at once. Everyone's just going to the other side.
And how they get the ball after halftime. It's like the XFL when they have just the two guys swim after it. That's sick.
Yeah, that part's sick. The funny part about that is normally when I used to play, they did it on the side of the pool. So you would swim up on the side and they drop the ball there. I don't know. Did they measure out where the ball is in the middle of the pool?
I would think so.
But it seems like a lot of work. Could have just done it off the side.
I didn't even think about that. They gotta toss it and then I don't know, poke it around with.
Yeah, and make sure it's exactly in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
You would know better than me.
I guess I've never done it that way. Thought that was weird. Well, they lost anyways, so that's stupid. All right, next we have we want to get right into free agency. It's happening live, Chris. Live right now is NBA free agency.
It honestly snuck up on me. I didn't even know it was happening, and then I saw that Chris Paul signed for $1 billion.
It hasn't been as huge as it is in the past couple years, I feel like, because there hasn't been.
Think of the guys that are actual big free agents.
It's Kyle Lowry, Chris Paul, but we knew he was going to sign with the Suns. There wasn't anyone that Yeah,
He's
Kawhi,
probably
but
gonna sign with the Clippers.
yeah. Ooh,
So
this
I
PJ
don't.
Tucker signing 2 years with the Heat.
Yeah, the Heat are loading up.
Wow. Yeah, the Heat got Kyle Lowry for any people at home that doesn't know. The I don't know how that's gonna work. They have to do a sign and trade, right? That's what I saw.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
I don't know
sign and
what they're
trade.
giving up.
I don't know. I don't know what pieces they have that Raptors would want.
Yeah,
Honestly.
exactly. Besides like Hero,
Yeah, he's in like every rumor too.
he's in
Like,
like
oh,
every.
the Heat could
I
trade
always feel
Hoover
like that's a
or
bad
Hero,
sign.
but what do you mean?
Like if you're in every trade rumor, that just means the team doesn't want you, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like
Like
Ben
one,
Simmons. It's
yeah,
also in every trade rumor.
it's not a good thing. And
No,
Ben Simmons, I'm surprised hasn't been traded yet.
I like Hero though. I don't know why. And I thought that the Heat fans loved him too.
I don't know
At least they
either.
did last year in the bubble.
Yeah, but then this year he fell off because he's not in the bubble.
I guess, yeah.
That was rip. But Duncan Robinson, I don't think that he deserves 5 years,
Oh,
90 million. You know how much?
oh,
That's a ton of money.
yeah. For
That
just like a shooter.
that's like a Bertans contract. Like
Ugh.
they're gonna regret it within a year.
No, that's a sad but true analogy. Yeah.
Then that's like the same thing with Evan Fournier signed with the Knicks. $20 million a year for a
Ugh.
player like that.
That's such a Knicks contract too. It
And they never
happens
learn.
all the time. They never learn. It's
He's gonna be just okay, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, they wasted all this money on him, and he has this long-term deal now."
I mean, the Julius Randle signing, you got to give that one to him. But
Oh yeah,
like, that
that's
one
true.
was not supposed to work out the way that it did. Like, he was not supposed to become that good of a player.
No, but
It
like
did.
they tried to look for another star, and Fournier is just not them. And how much money? Do you see Derrick Rose got paid?
Mm-hmm.
$43 million
What, like
dollars.
3 years?
Yeah, I just don't think that's what the Knicks actually really need.
No, they need like an actual superstar.
Yeah, not
Because
just
with this
role
team
guys
right
that
now,
they
they're
spend
not going
money on.
anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. Another move I liked was, do you see Dwight Howard's going back to the Lakers? Third stint with the Lakers?
Good for Oh, he's with the Sixers last year. That's right. I
Yeah.
forgot that he wasn't on the Lakers.
And speaking of going to the Lakers, the man with many teams is going back to the Lakers
Mm-hmm.
too. I think he's already been on the Lakers like twice.
Has he?
I don't know.
I
Trevor
mean, he's
Ariza's
been on
everywhere.
every team twice, so.
I think he's gonna be the first player to be on all 30 teams twice.
I just love looking at like his page on Basketball Reference, and once you get like halfway through his career, it's literally just a different
only
team
once.
every year.
Only
It's
2007 to 2009.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
Miami,
he's-
Portland, Sacramento, Washington, Phoenix, Houston, and that's since 2018. So he's averaging more than one team per year.
Yeah, that's awful.
And he was on the Thunder.
was on the
for
Rockets
a little bit
twice.
and didn't play a game.
Yes, he was on the Thunder.
So,
That was hilarious. He was an
for
all-time
them
Thunder.
Yeah.
You know who's gonna be
All-time
in
great.
Moses Brown, the guy that the Celtics traded and then traded again, all-time Celtic. They had him for probably
Oh,
2
is that
weeks.
they got him in the Kemba
The Kemba
trade?
deal?
Yeah, that's right. I didn't realize that they had traded him.
Yeah, they just traded him again for Josh Richardson. Not a bad, nice bench. I mean, he was good. Like, it's funny, he was good like a couple years ago, and then completely.
Yeah,
sucked
I always
ever
thought
since.
Josh Richardson was good. The Heat, he was good. At least
Yeah,
I
and then he
remember.
completely sucked ever since then.
We went to the Sixers, right?
Yep. And then he got traded for Seth Curry, and right now he's back on the Celtics. So, Kelly Olynyk also making that bread. I don't know how he can get that type of money.
But why would you sign in Detroit?
I don't know.
It's got to be.
Yeah, I don't get it for
Like, I
either
don't
way.
care how much they're paying you. Oh yeah, the Pistons is even worse.
Why are you paying
Then why would
Kelly
you
Olynyk
want
that?
Kelly Olynyk
for that much money?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Oh, Gary Trent, 3 years, $54 million too for the Raptors, staying with the Raptors. That's
Who?
Gary Trent Jr. That's exactly who.
absurd.
these guys, Mike Conley, 3 years, 72 million. Like these guys are decent. Like they're
72.
good.
Mike
They're not.
Conley is just like always overpaid. He's a good player, but I feel like every time he signs a contract, we're like, why is Mike Conley getting all this money?
I agree. His he just like he's an all-star, quote unquote, just because he made it this year. I don't really think
Hmm.
he doesn't push the needle whenever a team gets Mike Conley.
No, not really.
And he's also on the
Not like Chris
Jazz, where no
Paul.
one cares about the Jazz.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Well,
I don't even know why we're
Paul,
talking about it. Doesn't matter.
Chris Paul is going to be playing till he's 41, I guess. Or he's going to be getting paid until he's
Is he actually
41.
37?
I think so. He's 36 or
36?
37. Oh, so he'll be playing
Jeez.
till 40.
Either way, I mean,
That's a long
he's
contract.
gonna fall soon. He's already fallen off a little bit.
I know. That's rough.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that's what he wanted though, the long-term security. And I guess like when you make it to the finals, you just have to give it to him.
That's the
That's
other
a tough
thing.
spot
It's
to
like,
be in.
yeah, what are you not going to give it to him?
Mhm,
You're just not going to give Chris Paul, the guy who just took you the championship, and he
mhm.
didn't win it, but he took you there.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a tough spot.
Speaking of legendary point guards, Alex Caruso also
No,
signing
that's
with the
not what
Chicago Bulls.
I was gonna say. The other legendary point guard that signed with the Bulls,
I know.
Lonzo.
Lonzo, get it. So I really wanted Lonzo to the Celtics, but
I wanted him
look,
on the Wizards.
looking about this contract though, it's like he's another one. He's just gonna get
It's
overpaid.
really unbelievable that he's gonna make that much money.
Like he's a nice piece, but
Like
man,
a
especially on
fringe
the
starting
Bulls,
point guard.
it's like what's he doing on the Bulls too?
They already have Kobe White.
And now they have Alex Caruso.
Ugh.
Looks like he's probably on the move. I'd take Kobe White.
Yeah, I would too. I don't know what they're doing. That's not a good sign at
Oh,
all.
Alex Len, your boy, Sacramento Kings.
Yeah. Well, the Wizards have like 9 centers.
That's true. Just speaking of a former Wizard center, JaVale McGee is going to the Suns. Oh,
For him,
man.
I guess. I'm just waiting to see what happens with Robin Lopez.
Oh, that's important. You got to relock the MVP.
Hmm.
I'm interested to see what the Celtics do if they do anything. I
Yeah, I
saw.
don't.
I thought there was gonna be a sign and trade for Lonzo and Marcus Smart,
Really?
but that's what I thought. But nothing ever happened, and now I don't know what they're gonna do.
I still would rather have Smart, I think, than Lonzo.
I don't know. I just liked Lonzo's passing ability when I heard that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
that
true.
could be good for both of the.
Well, yeah, and you guys don't really have a point guard right now.
No, not at all. We don't actually have it. Like we have Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn is our point guard. So
Scary.
that is scary. But I guess you guys don't have a point guard either. You have Aaron Holiday.
No, we don't. We have him, and I think Ish Smith's contract is up.
Oh, gotta resign Ish Smith.
And who even played? I guess it was just him and Westbrook that played point last year. And Hal Neto, of course.
Oh yeah. It's also interesting to see the Lakers. They got what's like not even anyone very good. They got the guy from the Pistons. Crap, what's his name? Sorry, I'm totally blanking. Do they have it?
The Lakers, you said?
Yeah, the Lakers got Trevor Ariza and they got some guy that was on the Denver Nuggets. Give me a sec.
Wayne Ellington?
Yes, Dwayne Ellington. I saw that and people were like hyping it up, and I was like, Dwayne Ellington hasn't been good in years.
I feel like he's going to be a perfect Laker, though.
Really?
Because, like, that's the guys that they signed.
That's true.
'Cause they don't
Well,
need, like, you have Russ, AD, and LeBron.
yeah, they don't have any room for anyone else. They probably couldn't
Yeah,
afford. I mean,
just getting budget guys.
that's why they couldn't afford Caruso. That's true.
Yeah.
They got to get all these vet guys that won't get any other contracts.
Yeah, I mean, like, when they had Danny Green.
Apparently,
Dwight Howard
he
on
might
the
come
team.
back.
Oh, really?
Apparently,
I don't think Laker fans would be happy about that.
No, they sent him death threats. I don't think he'd be very happy.
He can be decent though sometimes.
He can help them. I mean, they need shooting.
They desperately need shooting.
Yeah.
I'm trying what shooters are on that team right now? I mean
Uh,
LeBron, it's LeBron, but
I don't think any. Because they KCP was their shooter.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't have much. They definitely need to sign some more. And I was just thinking about it. Someone we haven't heard about was Oladipo. I wonder if Oladipo gets where he would go. I'd take him on the
I
Celtics.
honestly forgot about him.
I forgot about him too, but I'd take him on the Celtics.
Yeah, he would be a good Celtic, I think.
Uh,
About DeRozan.
I totally forgot about DeRozan. Yeah, DeRozan is supposed to sign with the Lakers, wasn't he? That's what I heard before.
Yeah, before the Russ deal, I think.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna afford him unless he takes a
I
massive
don't,
pay cut.
yeah, I don't think they're going to anymore. I think that was if they didn't get Russ.
It's funny this year. It feels like every other year. It gets closer to 6 o'clock, and all the rumors are already out. Like they already got leaked.
Mhm.
And this year, I feel like nothing got leaked. They actually waited.
It was such a quick turnaround.
I think so.
There was no really build up to free agency this year. Same thing with the draft.
That's
it was
true.
all of a
It's
sudden
like they just
okay,
finished.
here we go.
Yeah, they just finished, and a week later, that all can change. It is a little weird, but I guess they got to catch up.
Yeah, I've been out of it. I feel like I had no time to prepare for the offseason, and then it just showed up.
I agree. I definitely agree. There was no time to look into who actually has the contracts or not, and then there was no one big to actually care about.
Mm-hmm. Where was Iguodala gonna go? I saw something about him. I couldn't remember.
Apparently, he's going to go to the Warriors. That's what I heard, but nothing official has happened.
Back to the Warriors.
Yeah, back to the Warriors.
That'd be cool.
It would be kind of cool, especially working.
Lakers are reportedly competing.
Oh, and see, the
signing
Lakers.
him.
That's the thing with this type of free agency. Everyone's going to go to the Lakers, quote unquote, to everybody else. All the sources say that he's going to the Lakers.
Yeah,
to everybody.
True. Is Schroeder going to re-sign with the Lakers?
They're trying to use him for a sign and trade. Try to use that cap to get a sign and trade going. So that would be interesting. I'd be interesting to see if they can get another piece to go with Russ, and we'll figure out. We'll have another pod. We'll be like, how'd the Lakers fit this contract in or whatever? And because they always find space.
Like the Rams.
Exactly, the Rams just have no
guys
cap
in there
at all.
Doesn't make any sense.
So it's been a good start. I'm interested to see what some other teams do, and both of our teams haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, it's been squat.
We'll have to see what our teams
Wizards
do.
need. Well, the Wizards might be getting Dinwiddie.
I liked Din. I told you today I liked Dinwiddie.
All right.
I think.
Yes.
I just forgot that he was that he tore his ACL. ACL means nothing these types of years.
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather have Kuzma and Harrell than Dinwiddie.
That's true.
I
don't know, but you have no point guard, and it's you have a lot of forwards. I feel like, and it's Kuzma.
This Kuzma. I'm coming around on Kuzma though. I don't mind him.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah,
I like to see the confidence.
It's just a bad fit with LeBron.
Oh,
remember how good he was his rookie year?
Oh, I remember. They said that he was better than Tatum.
Up. Yeah.
All right, that's what I like to hear. I like to see Chris get excited for Kyle Kuzma.
Montrezl Harrell too. He's a good piece.
Another one. LeBron was in his way.
Just have they have no guards.
No, they have no guards at all. Their whole team is forwards.
And Garrison Matthews. I don't know, and Aaron Holiday obviously, but I don't know what you do with that.
Yeah, no, neither do I.
An actual point guard.
I don't know what to tell you. You do have nothing. The Celtics have nothing either. I guess we have Peyton Pritchard, but that's still
there
nothing.
You go. People just put so much confidence into the Wizards GM, and I don't get it. He's made a trade for Russell Westbrook and traded him a year later, the 8 seed. got beaten 5 games, and now they're have no guards on the team, and people are like, "Oh, we trust Tommy Shepard, though." I don't know why.
I don't know why either. He's never had he's never done anything good. He's like I just I don't feel like he's ever done anything good.
I think he took over fairly recently, but I think he was the one that gave out the Bertans contract too.
Oh, I think he was.
I'm pretty sure that was him. That wasn't Ernie.
Yeah, I
It's
think that
just
was
like
him
a
too.
horrible contract. So
But also, you would have done it last year. Actually, no, you were skeptical. You were one of the ones I was skeptical about the 80 million for.
yeah, I wanted him back though. I think I was skeptical, but I think I did say like I would have done it. But I'm not a GM. They should know better.
That's true.
Just
That
a
is
stupid
true.
fan. I don't know what I'm looking at.
You have a point, and you don't know what other people are saying. Like, how much could he else? How much did everyone else offer him?
I don't know.
That's
That
the
was
one
like
thing
the
I think
auto
about
with
it. It's like, did they have to give Lonzo 85 million? Were other teams
no way.
sending $85 million contracts to him?
I mean, if they were, then they're stupid.
I guess so. Um,
Not that good.
no, he's not that good, and I don't know. There's been a lot of weird signings so far, but I'm excited to see the rest. I'm excited to see where this takes us for the rest.
We
Of the
always get that's one of my favorite parts about NBA free agency is there are always guys that get like ridiculous contracts, like Jan Mahimi.
Oh, every time
He's
they
making
have
like
to.
64 million
Well,
4
because
years.
they have one good year, and then it's you have to pay him.
That was
Like,
Otto Porter. Otto Porter signed a max contract.
yes, and now he's
And
going
got
for
traded like a
nothing.
year later. Oh yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It never makes any sense. Every year we're just saying the same thing.
True.
And then Ben Simmons will have some trade, and we'll have.
That's what I'm interested in. Is when Ben Simmons
I'm
gets
interested in the
traded.
trades too. I don't like free agency.
That's what's more exciting this year.
Yes, is the trades. I want to see Dame
Yeah.
traded. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the
where
other
to,
one.
but apparently not the Knicks anymore. Got no cap space now.
Fucker.
Um,
Knicks can't get a star that they thought they were gonna get.
it's not like that happens every year. All right. Well, Chris, is there anything else we didn't touch on? Any other
No,
Olympic
I mean,
stuff?
Pretty slow week so far.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
But-
it is Monday. But
Yeah, it's a wise Monday night podcast. And I just realized we had one Friday, so we're pretty much caught up.
that's true. Also, yeah.
So now it's our time for a top 5. It may not be Tuesday, but we got to squeeze a top 5 in here. We didn't have one last week. And Chris,
Hang on, before we start, I gotta plug in my computer because I think it's gonna die on me.
we can't have the computer die.
Hold it. Dispense.
I'm just waiting for it to say like disconnected. At least we know why this time.
Charger turn the right.
Half the
way.
time we just don't know
Got
why.
it. Okay. That is true. Yeah, we just randomly get disconnected.
You beat
There was
the
the one
clock.
time where my hotspot ran out of,
Oh,
and then dropped me down to like the slowest connection speed.
I remember that. You ready? Plugged in? Beat the clock?
Ready. We're plugged in. We're ready to go.
All right, cool. Our top 5 for the week. It's top 5 awkward moments that just happen in, everyday life. Chris, you seem pretty excited about this one. I'm going to let you go first.
I am excited about this one. I was able to put together this list like pretty quickly, and then I just kept thinking of stuff. So I have 12 things right now.
Okay.
Probably gonna be a lot of honorable mentions, but my top one was a pretty easy one, which is a sex scene comes on when you're watching a movie with your parents. I mean, that's like
Classic.
It's awful.
Anything that
Just
shows any
sit
sort of
there and,
nudity.
like-
It's like,
Especially if they start like making noises, if they're just like, ugh.
oh, because then
my
you can't
parents do
close
that
your eyes.
all
You
the
close your eyes
time.
and you're just like, ugh. You're in this. Yeah, it's awkward. That's always definitely a number one. Like if I'm watching a movie, I'm like, oh, I really hope not a sex scene coming up.
I mean, my parents like they would used to do it with like bad language too when we were younger.
Oh,
Just be
really?
like, ugh. Every bad word. It's like you know that the movie has swears in it. Yeah, that's the sex scenes are the worst.
Those always suck, especially if it's like a TV show and it's like there could be one like any given episode. You're like, oh, that's the worst.
Yep.
All right, my number one is when you don't know the lyrics, but everyone else does.
I had that one.
That
on
one's
there,
always
too.
sucks. You're like, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, and then like you kind of play it off like you're just like mouthing it, but they know.
Oh, yeah, everyone knows. There's no hiding it. You just like do like you just like dance to it or whatever.
Start like just bob your
Yeah,
head as
trying
everyone's
to get in with
singing.
it.
Everyone's having a great time, and you're just like,
You're like, dude, I just do not know this song. I'm sorry, I don't know this song. That's a classic one.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot because I don't like I know songs, but I don't know like I don't remember lyrics well. I have a pretty good memory, but that's something that I just can't remember very well for
Also,
whatever
I feel
reason.
like we're the same where we are listening to a podcast. If I'm not listening, like if I'm listening to something in my car, it's normally a podcast.
Yeah, that's also
So
true.
it's also like I don't know a ton of songs. Like I've heard the song before, I just don't
Mhm.
know the lyrics.
Yeah, no, same. Or it's like I'm listening to the same 5 songs that I listened to for like a week, and then I switch it up to a different 5 songs.
The same playlist over and over again, but
Yeah.
you only queue up the songs that you like.
Yeah, right. I search for the ones that I actually want to listen to that I just added to the playlist.
Yeah,
Um,
that.
all right, my number 2 is forgetting someone's name that knows you, and you're just
Oh,
like,
especially if
"Hey,
they're so adamant about
guy."
what your name is. Like,
Yeah.
oh, Chris, what's up? And you're
Uh-huh.
just
Oh,
like,
that happened to me at school at one time. There was this kid who I'd had like 2 online classes with. I'd never seen him in person. Like I knew what his face looked like from the camera. I was in the dining hall one time and I just hear like Chris, and I had to like turn around and I was looking. And I was like, I don't recognize anyone here. Chris, and I look and I was like, hey,
oh,
hi. I don't.
that's
It's like, oh,
awful.
like it's me, and I was like, oh yeah, that guy.
That's always
But
the
yeah,
worst.
it sucks.
That
What do you do?
there's no way to hide it. They always know.
No,
You're
no,
just like,
they can tell immediately by your face. Yeah, hey.
it's
I'm
it's
pretty good with
you.
names too, but yeah, it's
It's
tough.
that, especially when they go, and then like this could actually add. I'm gonna add this to my next one. Is when they say their name the first time, and you're like, and they're like, "What'd you say?" Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. And then you still don't know what they said, and you're like, "Well, looks
Oh,
like I'm never knowing their name,
I've
ever."
started doing that recently, where someone will introduce themselves and I just immediately forget it.
Oh yeah, they're like,
Like I just don't care, I guess, and then I don't know what their name is. Like I
and then
should
you're
probably
like,
start caring about that.
and then it's like, "Oh, what was your name again?" And then you lose it again. You're like, "I can't ask him. I
I
can't ask him
know.
a third time." Like it's only a two-strike system in forgetting the names.
Yeah.
There's no asking to repeat for a third time.
Mhm. You just have to do like the from the Seinfeld episode. You bring in a friend and be like, "Hey, like
Oh
this
yes,
is George," and hope that they introduce themselves.
classic. I guess you're up again.
Okay. Number 3 is when you're greeting someone and you go in for like the wrong sort of handshake.
Whatever the
Is
greeting is, whether it's a fist
awful.
bump, a handshake, a dap,
And if you
it's
screw it up,
always
you just
oh, and it's like defusing a
there's no like
bomb.
good recovery either.
No, and it's like defusing a bomb. It's like you look at the person, you analyze them. You're like, all right, are we going in for a dap, a
Yeah, what are we
handshake,
going in for?
what fist bump? I think I'm just gonna start doing a fist bump.
Mhm.
Just like
That you
get
can
out of the
like
way,
start from because there's no way to screw up that.
Get out of the way.
When you
You
hold
just
up the
you
fist,
walk
it's a
up,
fist bump.
yeah, you walk up. Hey, how's it going? Just walk up,
Mhm.
get the fist out.
But it's a hand like that,
It
you
could
don't
be
know
anything.
all the time.
And
It
it could
could be
also
anything.
it could go into the fist too, which is always the worst.
Yeah.
It's
Or into
it can
like a
take
hug.
yes, this eliminates all of that. Just go out with
Yeah,
the fist.
that's
Fist
good
ready.
call. That's what the guys at my work do. Anytime there's like one of my supervisors or something shows up, it's boom, fist bump. I'm like, I like that. I like
Gotta
that
get
a
the
lot.
bump in there. Okay, my next one. It's a classic one. It's just when someone doesn't get your joke, you gotta explain it.
Yeah, that's brutal.
It's always like it's like you're having such a good time, you say your joke, they're like and you're just like, come on. Like
Mhm.
it's nothing. You can again, nothing you can hide it from. You can't run
Mhm.
from it. You can't hide from it.
That or like making a reference that like it's like, oh, I nailed that, and then it's like, oh, no one watches that show.
Yeah, brutal. And then you're like,
That is.
well, that's from the show, I really like it, and they're like, we don't
They're
care.
like, oh yeah, good one.
Yeah,
It's
they're
like,
like,
all right,
cool.
whatever.
Yeah, nice. It's all
Something
it's
else.
awful.
Something else that's kind of similar to that. I don't have it on my list, but is when if someone tells a joke and you just kind of laugh at it, even though you don't get it. And then they're
Oh,
like, "Oh, do you get it?" And you're just like, "No, I don't."
that's a good.
That
I
sucks. I
I thought you
hate
were
it
gonna
when
talk
people.
about like when. That's a different way to think about it. But like when you laugh at something and they're like, "Why? Like, why are you laughing?" Like it wasn't a like you just like you don't know what they said, so you're just like, "Oh yeah, whatever."
Yeah,
And they're
I
like,
do that all the time where I'm just like, ah.
yeah, they're like, "Oh, my grandma just died." You're like, "Oh yeah." It's like why are you laughing? It's like that rarely happens, but that you rarely get caught on
Well,
that one.
I just hate to be the one who like doesn't understand a joke or a reference, so I'll just be like, haha. So when someone calls me out on it, then it's just like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I just laughed because I don't know, you said it funny or something.
That's brutal.
Uh,
That's brutal.
uh,
Um,
all right, my number 4 is when someone brings up politics in like the wrong situation. If you're just like chumming around and like someone just throws in something political and everyone's just like, oh, okay, so we're gonna go that route now.
and if it's no, especially with a bunch of guys, we're just like, all right,
Especially if you like know that you don't agree with someone on something, they just
oh
throw it in
yes,
there and you're just like,
definitely.
like, do you
Well,
want to
and they
say
know you don't
something
agree,
or
and they're like looking at you, and you're just like, nah,
they're like, come on, do it,
nope.
do it. Like,
Like
I
I'm
just
not
really
getting into
don't
this.
want to do it. No.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah,
Not right now.
that sucks.
That's never fun. Um, okay. My next one is the room getting quiet when you're only talking to one person.
Oh yeah. And
Or
there's always
like,
that moment where you're just like, oh, they're all listening to us.
or when you're in the back seat of like a car and like someone looks behind you.
Mhm.
You're like, what the fuck are you looking at? You're like, you looking at me? Is something wrong with me? And they're like, no, I'm looking behind you. It's like, oh, okay. That one's
How are
awesome
those two similar?
because it's I don't know. Everyone just looking at you. That's the end result.
Oh, okay.
That's how they're similar.
All right, my last one. Oh, I have so many. I don't know which one to put. I think I'm gonna stick with my original, which is being forced to spend time with someone, like for whatever reason you just can't hold a conversation with, and like
There's a
all of the deliberation lasts for like 10 seconds, and then you're just sitting there like
and
silence.
even when it's like your friends too. It's like the
Mhm.
one friend where it's like you just can't for some reason hold a
All
conversation with
right.
them, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
like if you show up first to the thing and you're
yes,
just like, oh, I'm the first one here. Like, hey, what's up?
yeah, and it's like that's the one for some reason it's the one guy that you just can't hold a conversation with, and you're just
Yeah,
like sitting there
right.
and you're like, oh, so like how was your brother or sister or whatever, and then you're just like, all right, and
Yeah, it's brutal. The worst, I think, is when you're giving someone a ride home. Like somehow you get
yeah,
stuck giving someone a ride that you don't really know well, and it just sucks.
that one
You just gotta
sucks.
crank up the music all the way.
Yeah, and you just got to get heavily into the music. Once you're heavily into the
Mhm.
music, but if it's like, but if you know you're early to the party and there's nothing set up yet, and you're just like,
Mhm.
oh, all right, you just sit on your phone. I just
Yeah,
like
just
sit
like
on
sit
Twitter.
around here.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, so when's this person getting here? What about this person?
yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, my last one, I guess, is I guess I already said that one is tripping. Tripping always
Mhm.
sucks, especially
Yeah,
if like
I
you
didn't have that,
trip
but I was
and like
thinking about
mid trip, like you're looking at someone and like, oh, all right, well, I guess everyone saw that.
huh.
And
Worst is when like you're in a position of authority, which is something I've only really had this year. But like if I trip at work as the lifeguard, it's just like shit. Like, I'm supposed to be in charge of this place, and now I'm
yeah,
tripping all over the place.
the the neighbor to tripping is spilling.
Yeah, spilling sucks.
Spilling
Showing up with a
sucks.
coffee stain on your shirt is the
Or
worst.
you're at a party, you spill a cup, and you're just like,
Yeah,
eh.
it's like, dude, come on,
Especially when it's like
19 years
ends
old,
up
you
like
shouldn't
it's
be
like not even
spilling
your fault,
cups.
and you're just like you like everyone's like looking at blames you, and you're just like, "Ah, dude, it wasn't even me. Like you
I
should have seen what happened. It wasn't my fault."
know. Yeah,
Those
that's
always
brutal.
suck.
I've been trained hard not to spill because that was like the one thing for whatever reason that my dad would really get angry about. Like
Spilling.
we didn't get yelled at much as kids, but if you spilled something, it was bad news.
It's bad.
And I don't know why. It was just like the one thing that he
Damn.
couldn't take.
It's pretty funny. All right, I think because I combined it a couple. I'm good. I don't have any honorable mentions.
Yeah. All right.
You
Well, I
get the
got I
gauntlet
got a
going.
bunch.
Yeah.
All right. Getting caught in a lie.
Oh.
You're trying to wiggle your way out of it, and they
Oh,
know
that
there's just
another one.
nothing that you can do.
Yeah, another one like that is like trying to get rid of plans,
Mhm.
and you have to lie to try to get rid of your friends, but you're like, ah, like I'm not trying to get rid of my plans. It's just
Yeah.
it's something I have to do.
Yeah. Um, when someone is like screwing up a presentation or a speech, it's in class, and you just have to sit there and watch them like struggle through it. That's brutal.
Those are always awful.
Um, Talking about an event in front of someone who wasn't invited, very awkward because they're just standing there like,
Yeah,
was like fun.
yeah, that one sucks.
This one you'll appreciate. Not reading the directions to something and then doing it and realizing that you screwed up the whole thing. Like maybe in 10th grade science class, you were supposed to germinate some seeds, and instead of putting them in a wet paper towel like the directions said, you just put them in soil and water them.
And we're like, why didn't
And
they grow?
everyone else just has a little Ziploc bag with a wet paper
Well, okay,
towel,
to
and
be
they're very
fair, our
confused.
teacher didn't go, that's not what you're supposed to do. Our teacher was like, okay, let's see if it works. And then they never germinated, and our teacher was like, oh, I wonder why. She was like, right about why it didn't work. It's like, well, I didn't know that. You should have told us at the beginning.
Yeah. You think we would have learned from that, right?
No, every experiment was the same thing. Never read the background. Never read the background.
Getting called down to the office,
That one sucks.
like any circumstance.
And
good or
it's funny
bad.
because no matter what it is, even if like you know what it is, everyone, ooh.
Yeah. Then you show up and they're like, "What was that about?"
Yeah.
It's like, I forgot my
It's like,
lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
I have an early dismissal tomorrow. Relax.
When you have to ask someone to repeat themselves like 4 times
Yeah.
because they're too quiet or like they don't speak English well, that I hate that. I'm just like, what? And then they like start.
And
getting
then I
angry
feel
at you.
bad.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Then I feel bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but it's
Yeah.
not my fault.
And then my last one is a specific person. Any interaction with Travis Guthrie, teacher and coach at South River. I couldn't go top 5 awkward moments without throwing him in there.
What about King K.
to call him
Rool,
out.
Mr. Kachansky?
Yeah, he's pretty awkward as well.
Yeah, that was always the worst whenever you asked for overtime on the sorry, I can't stay after school. My kid's got hockey practice. Sorry, man. I can't stay after school. It's like,
what can I do? Well, you can come in Monday, Thursday.
okay, yeah, Monday,
block,
Thursday,
though.
first block, first
Any
block
second
only.
block? No, you can't.
Nope, no silver
It's your
block.
second block. The door's locked.
Yeah, I gotta eat my lunch.
I'm hauling it to the lunch.
I'm booking it to the lunch line at Silver Block. God, what a weird guy. Yeah,
Just turned into teacher
I
slander.
know. I feel bad too. I feel bad, but you made the list. It's awkward moments. There's not
Had
a
to be
dull
on
moment with Mr. Kachansky.
Well, actually,
There's
that's
actually a lot.
entirely
Of dull moments.
false.
That's actually a lot of dull moments with Mr. Kachansky.
It's like 95% dull and 5% awkward.
Yeah, weird class, but good podcast.
Yeah, that was nice and quick.
Yeah, nice quick pod. Hope everybody. We didn't have much on the free agency. Can't get it. We had not a lot of details, so we'll get into it all on Friday, and that'll be my last pod, Chris, before South Carolina.
Right.
The big
that really
move
came up quickly.
It did. I was not prepared for it, like at all. It's like this is the final week, and I was like, oh, I have nothing packed whatsoever. So that'll be fun. So the big move Saturday, and I'll be back in South Carolina.
I'm pretty pumped to get back to that Wi-Fi.
Yes. When are you back?
I'm back to the 22nd.
Oh wow.
2 weeks after you.
Yeah.
Our classes don't start for a week after that.
Wow. So you guys don't start till almost September.
Yeah, the 30th is our first day of classes.
Wow. That's crazy. I think my first day of class is like the 14th. I know. All right. Well,